Hello everyone and welcome to 555 Barbershop, your home for comprehensive tutorials on barbering. In this video, I'm creating a basic men's haircut that starts with a number 2 on the sides. Believe it or not, this is the haircut that generates the most income for barbers, as it is the working man's haircut. And working men usually have money to pay their barbers as well. This is one of those haircuts every barber should know. I've saved the best for last, so please make sure to watch this video all the way through until the end. Go ahead and like or comment. It'll help this video gain more exposure so others can also watch it and learn. Now guys, before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the bottom right of your screen so you don't miss any new tutorials. Now let's get to it. Let us begin. First things first, let's establish this guideline. In my experience, whenever a client says he wants a number 1 or a number 2, in this case number 2, he's referring to the old system back when barbers used the Oster 76 or 111 with the detachable blades. Each of those detachable blades had a number, like number 1, number 2, number 3, and so forth. The number system allowed for accurate communication between the customer and the barber. So it became a thing with many customers who are now in their middle ages. They're the ones that'll probably speak to you using numbers. So, to replicate what's known as a number 2, use the number 1 guard with the lever right in the center. Attach the number 4 guard and close the blade. This haircut is particularly easy because you can use the parietal ridge to do the majority of your blending. Attach the number 3 guard and close the blade. Again, you can use the parietal ridge to do the majority of your blending. Attach the number 2 guard and close the blade. Go straight up, but don't lean into the parietal ridge. Attach the 1.5 guard and fully extend the blade. Adjust the position of your clipper a little lower so you don't wind up cutting the same hair again. Close the blade and repeat the same step. Attach the number 1 guard and fully extend the blade. This is where you'll start to see the guideline disappear. Remember that we started with this particular guard with the lever right in the center. You'll need to tap that lever forward just a bit so you can get close enough to blend out that line completely. Observe. This clipper is the 44 Magnum by Caliber. When the blending is finished, I begin forming the edges. These haircuts really aren't that much extravagant. They just require basic shapes, basic C-cups, basic angles. Just stick to the basics when you're creating a lineup for this kind of haircut. The trimmer I'm using is the Monster 99 by Caliber. What's going to stand out with these haircuts is the shaping around the ear. You want to make sure that the shaping behind the ear or the C-cup behind the ear is precise. Also pay close attention to that neckline. These are the areas that people are going to look at the most with these particular haircuts. Use a straight razor to clean up the work that you did with the trimmer. Always remember, guys, easy does it with this particular step. There's no pressing down, there's no pushing, there's no scraping, and definitely no cutting. The only cutting that should be happening is the cutting of hair by the razor. So make sure you use a light hand. My customer wants his hair long, so we're gonna go with a 3-finger length for this exercise. To get a 3-finger length is pretty simple. You just grab the hair like this, and whatever comes out of your index and middle finger, you cut. Again, you grab it with the rest of your fingers underneath your index and middle finger. That's gonna be a 3-finger length. As you can see, there are 3 fingers underneath my index finger. Whatever comes out from in the middle of my index and middle finger, you cut. Introducing scissor over comb. I'm sure you guys have seen it over and over again in barbershops. Basically, you're gonna hold the comb against the scalp, the sides of the head actually, and you're going to cut the hair that comes out of the comb. Most of that hair is going to come from the top. You don't want the top of that hair to hang over your fade, so that's why you're gonna use the scissor over comb technique. It's a pretty effective way to tie in the blend to the top of the hair. By the way, guys, my client had a hat on and he's got hat hair, so just bear with me. To remove the bluntness of the cut and provide for easy styling, I use thinning shears. With the thinning shears, I cut only the tips of the hair that I just got finished cutting. My client works many hours a week, and this haircut needs to be low maintenance. To make that possible, I fade out the back. Fading out the back allows for the haircut to look fresher for a longer period of time. I fade out the back completely by first attaching the half guard, which is the smallest guard I have, and winding up using just the bare blade, just like you see here. If your number 2 fade looks like this or better, you have done well. Both the clipper and trimmer have been provided by Caliber. To find them, visit caliberprocorp.com and use discount code 555.